Well, it's back to work in Salem as lawmakers convene for this year's legislative session. Both Democrats and Republicans have a list of things that they want to get passed in the short session. Fox 12's Spencer Thomas joins us now live in Salem, telling us more about the top priorities among leaders across the board. Spencer?
Yeah, that's right, Bonnie. There's been a lot of important topics to talk about in a very short period of time with over 250 bills to be considered. So we have a breakdown of a few of those bills that are at the top of the priority list this session. Over a 35-day stretch, Oregon lawmakers will consider over 250 bills and distribute between $1.5 and $2 billion in funding. So what is at the top of the priority list when it comes to this legislative session? Senate Majority Leader Rob Wagner tells us he's focused on three major topics of conversation.
Continuing to help our local communities recover from the pandemic is still on everybody's mind. So whatever we can do across the state for communities, that's going to be a key. Second thing is looking at our workforce, whether or not that's in education or human services, making sure they get the supports that they need to be able to serve vulnerable communities.
Lastly, promoting access, equity, and success for Oregon students in public education. Wagner says that means creating environments for children that are free from outside intimidation. House Republicans say they are preparing for a more solution-based approach within the 2022 legislative session. House Republican leader Vicky Breeze Iverson says this short session is about budgetary and technical fixes from the long legislative session. Going on to say House Republicans will use this year's session to fix what they see as failures by the Democratic leadership. She says that includes restoring education standards, holding state government accountable, enabling our law enforcement to do its job, working to remove roadblocks to health care access, and fighting the state's regulatory mandates so Oregonians can recover financially from pandemic shutdowns. Now, Senator Wagner said that both Democrats and Republicans are going to work together as one to solve these problems at hand the best they can. And he also mentioned that every session, 90% of the bills receive broad bipartisan support, and he's hoping this session will be the same. For now, live here in Salem, Spencer Thomas, Fox 12 Oregon.